You don't remember when it started, only that it did. One day, you were simply living your life. The next, you were measuring it. Not out loud, not consciously, but quietly, like a background noise you can't turn off. You scroll, and someone your age has already made it. You listen to conversations where people speak with certainty about careers, relationships, plans, and you nod, even though something inside you feels unfinished, unnamed, late, and a thought slips in, uninvited. I'm behind. Not dramatically, not in a way that demands tears, just enough to sit in your chest and tighten when you're alone. You don't say it to anyone. You wouldn't even know how. Because from the outside, nothing is obviously wrong. You're functioning, you're moving, you're surviving. Yet somewhere deep inside, it feels like everyone else received a secret schedule and you missed the meeting. You start replaying your life as if it's a timeline with checkpoints you failed to reach on time. By this age, you should be here. By now, you should have that figured out. And the strangest part isn't the pressure, it's the silence. No one tells you that you're behind. You just feel it. Like standing on a train platform, watching other trains leave, convincing yourself yours must have already gone. What you're really responding to isn't a reality. It's motion. The world rewards visible movement. Announcements, achievements, titles, milestones, progress that can be photographed, shared, applauded, and when you don't have something that fits neatly into a caption, it starts to feel like you're not moving at all. But here's a part no one explains. Most movement isn't visible while it's happening. Think of a seed underground. For a long time, nothing appears to change. No leaves, no proof. Just darkness and pressure. If the seed could think, it would feel behind too. Surrounded by stillness, unaware that everything important is happening where no one can see. Yet you live in a world that only celebrates the surface. So when your growth is internal, quiet shifts in perception, resilience, self-awareness, it doesn't register as progress. It registers as delay. You start mistaking invisibility for failure. There was a man once, long before his name meant anything, who spent decades as a nobody. History remembers him as a genius, but his life, for years, looked like stagnation. He was Isaac Newton. While others traveled, built reputations, and climbed social ladders, Newton disappeared. He withdrew from public life during the plague years. No recognition, no audience, no applause. From the outside, it looked like nothing was happening, but inside that isolation, he was wrestling with questions no one else had the patience to sit with. Time, gravity, motion, light. Years later, the world would call it brilliance. In the moment, it was just quiet, confusing work with no guarantee of reward. If Newton had compared his life to his peers in real time, he might have felt behind too. History only looks obvious in hindsight. While you're living it, it feels like waiting. Comparison doesn't hurt because you see others succeeding. It hurts because you assume their timeline should be yours. You see outcomes without context, endings without the years that led there. You don't see the uncertainty behind their confidence, the shortcuts that came with trade-offs, the doubts edited out of their stories. So your mind fills in the gaps with blame. They're ahead because I'm slow. They're settled because I'm lost. But life isn't a race with one track. It's a maze with different entrances, wrong turns, pauses, and loops. Some people sprint early and burn out quietly later. Others wander for years, then find something that fits so precisely, it feels inevitable. But from the inside, while you're wandering, it never feels purposeful. It feels like falling behind an invisible standard no one agreed on. Yet everyone seems to obey. You live in a time that mistakes early clarity for wisdom. Choose quickly, decide early, brand yourself. The moment you hesitate, the world labels it uncertainty. The longer you search, the more suspicious it becomes. But some lives are built through subtraction, not speed. Through trial, through walking into the wrong rooms, just to feel why they don't fit. You don't hear many stories about that, because they're messy, unimpressive, in real time. So when your life feels unfinished, you assume it's failing. Yet being unfinished is often a sign that you're still listening to yourself. There's another reason you feel behind, and it's quieter. You're more aware than you used to be. You question things others accept without thinking. You notice contradictions. You feel the weight of choices. Awareness slows you down, not because you're incapable, but because you're careful. Someone less reflective can rush forward confidently into a life that doesn't belong to them. Someone like you pauses, sensing that the wrong direction would cost more than time. That pause feels like falling behind, but it's often intelligence in disguise. Imagine two people walking through fog. One runs ahead, trusting momentum. The other moves slowly, stopping often, feeling the ground. From far away, the runner looks ahead. The walker looks delayed, but only one avoids the cliff, hidden just beyond visibility. Speed feels like progress until it isn't. And life doesn't announce where the cliffs are. When you say, "I feel behind," what you often mean is, "I don't feel validated yet. I don't feel certain yet. I don't feel seen." The feeling isn't about time. It's about meaning. You're not racing others. You're waiting to feel aligned. And alignment can't be forced. It arrives quietly after enough wrong turns teach you what isn't yours. What if the feeling of being behind isn't a flaw, but a signal? A signal that you're not willing to live someone else's life just to feel on schedule. That you sense depth matters more than speed. That you're still choosing consciously. Instead of asking, "Why am I behind?" try asking, "What am I refusing to rush?" The answer might surprise you. The moment you stop measuring your life against visible milestones, something softens. You begin to notice smaller movements. Your tolerance for nonsense shrinking. Your values clarifying. Your patience with yourself deepening. These don't look impressive online, but they change everything quietly. One day, without warning, the feeling of being behind loosens its grip. Not because you caught up, but because you stopped chasing a timeline that was never yours. Maybe you were never behind. Maybe you were just early for a life that requires depth. And maybe this discomfort, the ache of not being finished, not settled, not certain, isn't evidence of failure. Maybe it's proof that you're still becoming, and becoming has never followed a schedule. So if today you feel that familiar weight, that sense that everyone else is somewhere you're not, remember these. Some paths don't reveal themselves until you're patient enough to walk them slowly. And when they do, they don't feel late. They feel right. If something in this video felt a little too accurate, that's not random. Maybe it touched a part of you that doesn't get spoken about often. Before you leave, I'd really like to know what parts stayed with you. You can share just a sentence. Even a few words is enough. I read them, and sometimes your words help someone else feel less alone. If this kind of reflection resonates with you, you're welcome to like this video, subscribe, and stay a while.